Hello and welcome. I'm Harriet Agbenyi. Tonight, the Nigerian Army retires several senior officers from their roles in the 2015 general elections and other service exigencies. 10 terrorists are killed in a clampdown by Operation Lafia Dole, just as the military begins training of its junior officers in counter-terrorism operations. Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode appoints 57 sole administrators for the state local councils pending the conduct of elections at the councils. And at least 12 people are killed in a suicide bomb attack on a suburb of Damascus, which is home to Syria's holiest Shia shrine.
FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange seals agreement with the Nigerian Mortgage Refinance Company to raise long-term funding.
And in sports news, former Super Eagles coach Amadou Shaibu dies 3 days after the passing away of another football icon, Stephen Keshi.
The Nigerian Army has announced the retirement of a number of senior officers based on service exigencies. In a statement signed by the Acting Director, Army Public Relations, Colonel Sani Usman, those retired were mainly Major Generals, Brigadier Generals, Colonels, Lieutenant Colonels, and a Major. Colonel Usman is asking the military to remain professional at all times. Meanwhile, and not too long ago, some officers were investigated for being partisan during the 2015 general elections. Similarly, an investigation by the Presidential Committee investigating defense contracts revealed, among other things, that some officers have already been arraigned in court by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Well, the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji, in Kaduna State has conducted a special training course for junior military officers. The training is expected to equip them with appropriate skills to function as Grade 3 staff officers and junior commanders in their various military services and organizations. At the graduation ceremony, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, says the training has become necessary owing to emerging security challenges, which requires effective training of officers and men in the art of counterterrorism.
The issue of counter-revolutionary warfare, as well as this counter-insurgency training that we are focusing. So virtually most of our training institutions have adapted to this change. You know, we have since 2001 and 2002. I think we've shifted towards the maneuverist approach to warfare, and this is further being developed, you know, to incorporate more seriously the counter-insurgency aspect based on our experience here in Nigeria with the Boko Haram terrorists, and indeed by extension the militant activities in the Niger Delta. We are refocusing and reorganizing as well. You can see we brought on board the motorcycle units that we've commenced training seriously, and they're even operating in the Northeast.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai. Now, 10 members of the Boko Haram sect have been killed by troops of 3 Battalion, 22 Task Force Brigade operating in the Chukungudu and Hausari villages in Borno State, northeast Nigeria. Men of the task force, known as Operation Lafia Dole, captured 2 of the terrorists and rescued a woman and her baby. The troops' action was based on intelligence reports that the insurgents were migrating towards Muska village in Gambaru Ngala local government area. The troops also recovered several equipment, arms and ammunition. In a related development, troops of 22 Brigade Garrison intercepted 15 internally displaced persons, all male adults, approaching Dikwa from Mudukasa village. They revealed that some Boko Haram terrorists occasionally visit and terrorize their village and forcefully collect food and valuables. They further alleged that the terrorists came in large numbers, with some carrying AK-47 rifles, while others wielded machetes. In the meantime, operatives of the Kaduna State Joint Security Outfit known as Operation Yaki have recovered over 600 cattle and other animals stolen by rustlers in various parts of the state. At the handover of the recovered animals to their owners, the special advisor to the Kaduna State Governor on Security, Yakubu Yusuf, said the rustlers were intercepted by security operatives while fleeing with the stolen animals.
We went to the bush and we conducted a very good operation which led to the recovery of 520 cows, 20 donkeys and 280 sheep. This is one of our best outing. And in addition to this animal recovery, the prime suspect, the man who has been terrorizing people in the bush, has been arrested in the camp. Our operation was conducted based on information. As soon as we have gotten the information, we went into the bush and the leader of the team, who is currently with us here, was arrested. And during the arrest, the man tried to offer our men 5 million, and they refused collecting the money from him. And we arrested him, we collected his thing, and the cows and the animals are here with us.
Still talking security, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, in Ogun and Delta states have arrested men suspected to be vandalizing the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation pipelines in these states. While parading the suspects at the NSCDC state headquarters, the Delta State Commandant of the Corps, Beatrice Irabo, said the vandals arrived on speedboats before engaging officers of the Corps. And in Ogun State, the state commandant said the suspects were arrested following a tip-off from members of the community.
The road to the vandalized NNPC pipeline in Obafemi Owode local government area of Ogun State seemed rough and impassable. But eventually officers of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps finally locates the scene, 10 kilometers off the main road. Revelations here show the magnitude and extent of damage done.
We came here unexpectedly at around between 12 to 1 a.m. And when we came, we saw them. They've already loaded some certain vehicles down over there. This one, they've started loading there. When you see these ones, they are still loading. All these ones have filled up with a PMS. They should desist from their nefarious activities and do very good job. Here we can see there are a lot of areas they can cultivate in farming and be more productive instead of polluting the farmland.
In Delta State, although the suspects denied being involved in the alleged vandalism, the commandant said gas cylinders, cutters, generators were recovered from them.
On sighting them, they meant them. They were about vandalizing Ajip oil, crude oil pipeline. So on sighting them, they opened fires on my officers, and in the course of that, they sustained, 2 of the suspected vandals sustained injury. Yes. So the rest disappeared into the waterways with their flying boats.
With the nation already battling with the Niger Delta adventures, many hope that the acts of vandalism like these ones will be quickly nipped in the bud before it gets out of hand.
The National Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists in Abuja are appealing to the police and other security agents to investigate and prosecute those behind the killing of the acting registrar of the Medical Laboratory Science Council. She was killed by unknown gunmen last week. The national president of the association, Mr. Toyosi Rahim, at a press conference in Abuja, says the late acting registrar was murdered at her residence in Apo area in the Federal Capital Territory. He also appealed to individuals who may have useful information to come forward with such to help the police in ensuring that the perpetrators are brought to book.
Entire members of the Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists of Nigeria were struck with sadness on hearing the gruesome killing of Mrs. Olufunke Omotui, the acting registrar of our council, Medical Laboratory Science Council of Nigeria. The gruesome killing was reported to have taken place at our residence in Apo area here in Abuja at around 4 a.m. on Wednesday, June 8, 2016. We appeal to the Nigerian police force and other law enforcement agents to demonstrate that this killing was not handled with kid glove like other previous killings. We expect tangible outcome of the investigations that will unravel those responsible for this gruesome killing. This killing must not be allowed to be swept under the carpet. We urge all members to please make any tangible information that can help the police to unravel the killers and those that may be directly or indirectly connected with this gruesome killing. As a mark of respect for late Mrs. Olufunke Omotui, we hereby declare a 5-day mourning period from today, but officially from Monday, June 13 to Friday, June 17, 2016.
In part 2, after the break, a review of the first anniversary of the 8th National Assembly. We'll be joined by former lawmaker, Senator Olorinunde Mamora. Please stay with us.